What are you selling to whom? So who's buying what and for what price and when do they need it? And what's interesting is I can't tell you how time and again clients will come and say, I just want to know, like, what did this customer buy last year? So getting access to that information makes a huge difference for organizations. Also knowing, not only the pricing, but those items and when do those items need to be delivered or shipped to meet that customer demand. So Todd, did you want to jump into and just show a section
Yeah,
of
I
this?
want to show a little example. I mean, I love PowerPoint, but I'd love to just show you a couple little examples. Um, just hopefully, can you see my screen,
Yeah.
Melissa?
Yep.
Okay, just want to make sure. So this is the sales order list. Okay, I talked about access to information. So I only have a few orders in here, but even just think of this like a spreadsheet, rows and columns. So the highlighted order I have there, just in the line, you can see what the date it was in. The order status is open. It hasn't been completely shipped. What is the way it's shipping, FedEx, DHL, zip code, all that information. But look at what we call the fact box to the right, and this is all through our system. This is saying customer statistics. So think if you're on the phone with this customer, I'm only highlighting one of their orders, but look at the fact box. I have their customer number, I have their balance, I have what their sales are, payments, outstanding orders. All of these are links. If I want to see their outstanding orders, I click on that. It'll take me. They only have one outstanding order, but you get the idea. All the customer details, everything, every single number is a link for you to drill into that. You got balance. I can click on the balance there, and you're going to see it's only one invoice. But so if you think about being on the phone with a customer, and I can remember I always pull from my own experience, but we would get questions about availability or questions about whether or not we can book an order, and we'd have to have them wait. We would have to talk to production and verify, are these numbers even correct? Because our inventory was all in spreadsheets of production and we were trying to keep up with it, but the sales orders are in a different system. So you don't have access to this information. And I'm going to use the sales order as an example of just how easy it is to get information in here. So I want you to think about this for a second. So we got an order here. I have nothing in here. Again, just real quick, you can see the fact box to the right, all that same information when you're inside the order, just a click away. You can attach their original orders. You can even drag an email that you got inside of the system and keep track of all that. But what I mostly see in the small growers is they'll send out their inventory maybe every Monday, once a week or something. So they're counting, getting it all in a spreadsheet to send out, this is what our availability is. And it's really wrong as soon as they send it out, as soon as they put in one order, because that inventory is not in QuickBooks or whatever system they're using. So I'm going to use the sales order as an example, but what I'm going to show you right here can be done in, purchase orders, in sales orders, item ledgers, everything across the system. Because remember, this is fully integrated with Microsoft Office, and really, who doesn't use Microsoft Office these days, right? So let's pretend I got this spreadsheet emailed to me. And so what I have here is just a little bit of information. I have what the item number is. I have what the item description is. And here is the quantity that I want to order. The unit of measure is pieces, and I want it delivered on 9/1 of 2022. So what we've done for several of our customers is that we've formatted their availability spreadsheet that they send out to have room for the customer to enter the quantities and enter the shipment date. They email that to you. I'm going to go ahead and just copy all this. I'm going to say Control C. I'm going to open up my browser and I'm going to say Control V right into this order. Drum roll, please. See, I just pasted all those lines into the system. So think about, you got a spreadsheet, you gathered all of your inventory. Well, let's come paste it into the physical count worksheet, right? How easy is that? You didn't have to collect the information on a piece of paper or a napkin and then have somebody else put it in the Excel spreadsheet. We actually can let you still do that process that's, with your spreadsheets or that, but easily be able to update this system. And then, like I said, once you have your inventory, maybe you get that on Monday, you gather that sheet. Well, we update this system. Even though you're not growing your production in here, we update the system with that availability. And then as the orders come in, it's deducting from it. You really don't have to keep counting and keep trying to match QuickBooks to your spreadsheets. I know that you all know what I'm talking about. So all I did is paste in the item and the quantities in that, and look at the prices, all of that information just pulled from the system. Like, it's not going to let you just paste anything in here. If one of these item numbers were wrong or any of that, it would, because it's actually doing error checking as it comes in. But that's a perfect example of the close relationship that Office 365 has with this, and how they're trying to make it so, they know how powerful in that Excel is. So they're trying to make it to where, you really can have the best of both worlds. So just remember, I just pasted that in here. And like I said, think about the spreadsheets of your production, and you have separate tabs to try to figure out all the purchasing. You don't need to do that. Have your purchase order spreadsheet, as long as the column order, like my spreadsheet is just the column order of these first 4 columns, and you can paste it really almost anywhere in the system. Okay, so that's a little bit of real world example.
We showed this to a client one time, and he it was literally drop the mic moment. They dropped the mic. He's like, it
He
takes
got and walked out of the room. He said, "Do you know how long it takes me to put in an order?" So that's a and what I like to call this is the poor man's EDI, right? Maybe you're dealing with all independent garden centers. You're not dealing with some big box or something where you're using electronic ordering or all that. Maybe that's just not, you're not into that part of the industry. Well, you can still email out your availability, have the customer fill it out, send it back, and you paste it in. Then if one of these quantities is wrong, you didn't do it. Then you attach that original spreadsheet they sent you to this order, so you have the original order. And when the customer says, "Hey, I didn't order 500, I ordered 50," you pull up the spreadsheet they sent you and go, "I'm sorry, but you put in 500," right? And it saves you a lot of time.